right, so Brampton Mayor and former Ontario Progressive Conservative leader Patrick Brown has been disqualified from the Conservative leadership race with less than 2 months to go. The Conservative Party has decided to get rid of him. In a statement released late Tuesday night, so this time it just came out in the news. He's being disqualified after, quote, serious allegations of wrongdoing related to financing rules. The statement did not offer specific details of those allegations, but Brown's campaign was given a chance to address these concerns. So I imagine we're going to hear more about this when the sun comes up, because right now it is almost midnight, and this has just come out. I just saw this, and I just came back from work and I saw this. We can get more into this. The Conservative Party of Canada's Leadership Election Committee says it has disqualified Brown. Serious allegations of wrongdoing. Brown's campaign has appeared to violate financing rules in Canada's Election Act. The statement did not provide further. Let me get my glasses here. I'm getting sold. Can't see too much. The statement I gotta get new glasses too. I got an eye appointment on the 8th. I'm definitely gonna get new glasses. The statement did not provide further details on the allegations, and the Brown campaign was not immediately available for comment. Brody says this chief returning officer informed Brown of its concerns and requested a written response deciding to withhold the interim membership list from his campaign. He says the response from Brown's campaign did not satisfy the concerns, and the chief returning officer recommended the Leadership Election Organizing Committee disqualify him, which it opted to do. Well, Brody says the party will be sharing what it has with Elections Canada and not commenting further. He says in a statement, both he and the party's chief returning officer did their best to be fair to Brown and provide him time to refute the allegations. Well, let me just say this about Brown. I mean, I knew he wasn't going to win. That boy was never going to stand a chance. I think for him to decide to even get into this, it was just a waste of his time. It was a waste of our time, and it was a waste of money. Now, I'm an independent, but you all know I'm a conservative-minded person, but I'm not a member of the Conservative Party or any party. I am a stomp-down independent. I'm God's servant. I do what he says. I'm a populist, conservative-minded individual, but I will never belong to any political party unless I'm running that party. That might sound conceited, but you know what? Only I can control me, and I don't trust politicians enough to join their party and be all in with them on everything that they do. And I can't criticize. I remember when I was a part of the Conservative Party of Canada, or the Progressive Conservative Party of Ontario, and that was when Patrick Brown was leader. And I'm a member, and I was even working for the party. And every time I would criticize, they would be calling me up saying, you can't criticize, you can't criticize, you can't criticize. And I'm like, you know what? I'm an independent now. Because if I can't, I will never be able to agree with the party leader 100%. That's just not, it just can't be like that. So no, I'm an independent. And as for Patrick Brown, he is one of the most corrupt individuals I have ever seen in politics. And I wouldn't be surprised. You know, all those debates he chose not to go into, those unofficial debates that he thought were beneath him. He said he was selling memberships. All those times he decided he didn't want to do interviews with True North or Rebel or anyone else because he was selling memberships. I wouldn't be surprised if that guy, if it comes out that he was selling memberships or he was buying memberships, and which is unethical. I wouldn't be surprised if he was doing that. That guy is a shifty, he is a sniveling snake in the grass. He will say one thing to your face, and then when he's comfortably installed as leader, he will do the exact opposite. He's worse than Aaron O'Toole. That boy, Patrick Brown, I mean, during the leadership, when he was running for leader of the Progressive Conservative Party of Ontario, he said he would get rid of the sex ed curriculum, and he was against the carbon tax. He got in there. Oh, those things are out the window, and you're a fool if you think otherwise. I don't like people like that. I respect Jean Charest, who's a red Tory. I respect him. I'm not a red Tory, but I respect Jean Charest. I'm telling you right now, I respect him. And do you know why I respect Jean Charest? Because he comes out right from the gate and says, I am a red Tory. I think that the trucker convoy was illegal. I think that all those truckers should have been locked up, and I'm going to lock up that commander-in-chief of Arana Nation too. He never really said that part, but I support the mandate. I'm a red Tory and blah, blah, and come do something. I respect that because he comes out right from the gate and he says it, and he's not afraid to say it right to our face. He's not afraid to go on Rebel. He's not afraid to go on True North and spout his red Tory nonsense. He's not afraid. Patrick Brown is a shifty. I mean, you can see it on his face. When Rebel News caught that brother, he's not a brother. Patrick Brown caught him in that hockey arena. When they caught him in that hockey arena, you all remember that? When he was locking down all of Brampton. Nobody was allowed to go anywhere. Nobody was allowed to play hockey. Nobody was allowed to do. This was when the coronavirus was taking place, and he was there in the hockey arena breaking his own rules. Just breaking his own rules, didn't care about nothing, not interested in how that looks, and lying about that. I mean, there he is. This is when he was, you could get fined or arrested for going to a hockey arena to play hockey. And there's Patrick Brown trying to play a game of hockey. And if David Menzies and the Rebel didn't catch him trying to break his own rules, he would have gotten away with it, just like Boris Johnson. I mean, what a shiftless, what? I can't believe a word he could say. And now he's there. He's being disqualified from the leadership because of corruption. And I believe every word of it. That guy's as corrupt as he is as crooked as a country road. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So good riddance to Patrick Brown. Don't run for leadership of the Conservative Party or the Progressive Conservative. It's over, Patrick. It's over. Stick to being mayor of Brampton. Just stay there and be mayor of Brampton. You're not going to go any further than that. I can tell you. I will bet my right arm and my seat in heaven that Patrick Brown will never become the Premier of Ontario or the Prime Minister of Canada, or really anything beyond Mayor of Brampton politically. I mean, maybe he'll be Mayor of Toronto or something like that, but he will not have a position. He will not be Premier. He will not be Prime Minister. It's just not going to happen for him. I'll tell you that, as I said, I will bet my seat in heaven and my right arm that Patrick Brown will go nowhere beyond municipal politics. which is the easiest politics to hoodwink people, municipal politics, because there's no party, there's all this. So that's the easiest. That's why municipal politics is the most corrupt, because nobody pays attention to it, nobody cares about it. There's no political parties to know where people stand on issues. Basically, so maybe he'll stay mayor of Brampton forever, or maybe he'll be mayor of Toronto. But I bet you my seat in heaven, he'll never be prime minister of this country. It's not going to happen. And with that being said, this is the